Good morning, boys and girls. Today is week 4, day 5. I'm going to go over your learning targets for today and hopefully answer some questions and discuss what you're going to be doing today. So if you look at my screen right here, we are on our vocabulary, the week 4, day 5. What you're going to be doing on this page is working on the vowel team OI. And the OI makes oi. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the picture, the illustration, and then you're going to circle if you hear the OI sound or not. So this first one, let's do one together. The first one we see is a hammer. Hammer. Do you hear the OI? Nope, no OI. So we would circle not OI. Let's do another one. Let's look at this one over here. We have foil. Oil. Foil. Do you hear the OI in foil? Yeah, we do. So we would circle OI up here. You're going to continue working through the rest of those, making sure you circle the correct correct answer, OI or not OI. Make sure you say those words out loud. Sometimes that's helpful when you're doing specific worksheets like this. When you scroll down, then you have some vocabulary practice. It's going to have you pick 2 vocabulary words, and then it wants you to write the vocabulary word up above, specific words that have the OI, like spoil, foil, words like that, and then writing a sentence that goes along with it. Okay, make sure when you're writing those sentences that you are starting with capital letter, you're putting punctuation at the end of your sentence. Alrighty, so then after our vocabulary practice, we're on to our poetry, and you've been working on those all week. When you get to day 5, let me rotate this around for you just 1 second. When you get to day 5, we are working on the Silly Baboon. You're going to read the poem, The Silly Baboon, and then you should have some comprehension questions that you can ask and answer. Do you agree that the baboon is silly baboon in the poem, and so forth? So you can go ahead and answer those questions. Then we have the vocabulary section where you are focusing on the vocabulary word planet. And then it has, what are some other planets besides Mars? That would be something fun that you could do some research on and learn about some of the other planets. Then we have our fluency, making sure that fluency is, like I said in our last video, fluency is a great way to practice reading fluently and accurately. It wants you to put a circle around the periods, commas, exclamation mark, question mark, quotation marks, ellipses, and bold font. So go ahead and circle those in your poem. Then it wants you to have you to read the poem again. Again, you may not think that it's important to read the poem again, but it is important because it helps you with building that fluency. One thing that you could do is time yourself. Time yourself and see how many words you can read within a minute, and then when you read it again the next time, see if you can beat that. That's a good way to help build your fluency as well. When we get to the phonics section of the poem, they want you to focus on the spelling pattern AR, right lines under the word Mars and far. And then it wants you to look at some other words that have the AR spelling pattern. Finally, it's going to have you work on some syllables and clapping out the syllables for specific words. Okay, this last section of where it has you cut out the poem and glue into your poetry notebook, you do not have to do that. I know some of you may want to and you can, but you do not have to do that. Come here, Finn. And then we're going to scroll down to our math section, and today you are going to be working on measuring. Now, this may be a little tricky for some families because my family at my household, I don't have a ruler here. So this may be a little bit tricky for some families, but I have a solution for you if you do not have a ruler. Because it is asking you to measure specific objects using inches. If you do have a ruler, that's perfect. Go ahead and use that. If you don't use things in your household, you can use a tape measure. You could measure with a pencil, seeing how many pencils long the object is, or even small things like a dice. Make sure that you just use what you have in your household. We know that you don't have all of these materials, but just go ahead and try your best. So like I said, make sure that you are just measuring